And to your point, that 28-point peace plan was described and criticized as a Russian wish list. Then they go to Ukraine. Ukraine whittles it down a few points, and they're happy with that. They said that's something we can work with. Russia now says no. Whenever there's one side that's happy with the agreement, the other side says, hey, there's a host of non-starters in there. Do you think we're ever going to get to a compromise?
You know, ever or never is forever is a long time. So I'm always reluctant to say that. But I see the wisdom in your question. I mean, as we sit here right now, there are core, fundamental, vital interests for Ukraine that are contrary to the position of Vladimir Putin. And I believe Vladimir Putin, who doesn't frankly appear to give a darn about the tens of thousands of dead Russians, as long as he can retain his autocratic grip on power, and he believes that this administration in Washington is looking for the exits. And Ukraine, frankly, is experiencing a manpower shortage and is under some pressure. And I think Putin sees an opportunity here to deceive Americans and deceive this administration into believing that Ukraine is the problem. And if you look at the national security strategy that was issued today, for those who don't follow these things full time, this is a big deal. This is a once in administration type thing that is published pursuant to the law, where an administration says, here's what we think is going on in the world. Here are our core interests. Here are the threats to those interests. And here's what we're going to do about it across all domains of power. That's what an ideal national security strategy says. And in this one, if you just landed from Mars and you read the part of the national security strategy that talks about Russia, Europe, Ukraine, you'd really think that cultural issues in Europe were the problem. I mean, it's like a cultural indictment of Europe, and I'll set that aside for cultural analysts to discuss. But excuse me, hello? The problem is not European cultural issues. The problem is the worst invasion in Europe since World War II, started by the one and only Vladimir Putin, who is a predator pursuing an unprovoked war of choice and brutal conquest. That's the problem in Europe. And if you can't even name your enemies by name, you're probably not going to be able to implement a strategy that's going to work.